On to Reading, I suppose that's a pretty tough game to go into, isn't it?
Yeah, it is because Reading are one of the better teams in the league. Score a lot of goals. Fran Kirby's on the top of her form, so she's a player that we've got to look after. Bearing that in mind, they just come away from Aston Villa with a 3-0 defeat. One, they've been defeated, and two, Fran Kirby didn't score. So it does show that it can be done. So realistically, you go into the game, you've already drawn with them. So who knows?
Does that make them a bit of a more dangerous opponent in a way?
It could be, because obviously they worked hard this week at putting that right. I think they had inclinations that they might just have a sniff of get promotion, but that's probably been snuffed out with that result last week. And it's a local derby, so they'll be up for it. We'll be up for it. I think we know that we'll go into the game, it'll be difficult, but we played them before and we've got result against them, so we've got nothing to be afraid of.
Do you think this is perhaps a bit of a bigger game for us than it is for them now that they can't really go up and
It could be, we've had a conversation this week about this stage of any season. We've got 4 games left. There's nothing really at stake. And it's easy for teams just to cruise into the last 4 games. But realistically, we want to try and get as many points as we can and finish the season on a high, ready for next season. So, we'll try not to let the players' tempo drop. We've got to try and continue the great run that we're having, and we'll take that into the Reading game.
Yeah, and of course, the form has been pretty impressive in recent weeks. It's 3 games unbeaten, and of course a good point last weekend. I guess, is it more of the same this weekend?
More of the same. You might tinker with a couple of the positions, but realistically, the team they've had a great run of 3 games, 3 great results. So, in a team that's doing really well, you don't want to make too many changes, and I'm not going to do that. But as I say, we might tinker with a couple of positions realistically, just for the Reading game.
And it's obviously a local one. Does that kind of change the shape of the fixture a bit?
It should change the focus of the players. Derby games that I've played in them, the big things. It's about who gets a one-upmanship and bragging rights. I thought it was a really even game at home. Reading took the lead twice and we showed great character to come back, especially in the dying minutes. So I think we've got that within us, and as I say, the derby game lifts players, gives them a bit more confidence, it gives them that extra get up and go. So we'll look forward to Sunday and hopefully give Reading a really good game.